How y'all doing? Let me see if I can get these cameras set up, or the lights at least. I know it's kind of backlit here. What's going on? All right, let's talk about this thing of pivoting and should you or should you not. All right, I know this is your group. Your video will be shared in the groups you selected. Cool. All right, go me. Uh, sorry, guys. Facebook's asking me some interesting questions here. There we go. Okay, so, this question, good question. I have a new idea, product, service. How do I know if I should pivot now or later? This is kind of a combination of a bunch of Q and A's that have come in. I'd say over probably, I want to say several months. I've kind of addressed this in different ways, but this is kind of a pretty common thing right now. People figuring out who they are, where they are, and actually because of 2020 and 2021 pivoting a lot. Hope y'all can see me okay because of 2020 and 2021 pivoting a lot, it's kind of interesting. People have thought through, and I totally applaud you, each of you, for doing this. This is like the best part of being an entrepreneur. People have thought through what should I be doing now? Like what's changed? What's happening now? What's my market? What's my people group? What's my niche experiencing now? And what can I do to fix their problem, right? We talk about the dream, the drain, and the doubt in here sometimes. What's my market's dream, and what's the drain that's keeping them from achieving that, kind of the external stuff, and what's the internal doubt that's keeping them from stepping forward, the internal stuff, right? So 2020 and now pivoting to 2021 has created a lot of new drains and doubts on people's dreams, right? So you have a new product or service. Maybe you're going from a done for you and more of a consulting role. Maybe you're shifting from one-on-one consulting to more of a mastermind or group teaching role. Maybe you're going from consulting or group teaching or training and you're doing more done for you stuff. Maybe you've shifted from one market and shifted to another market because you see a different opportunity. Tim, this is so relevant now as I'm starting to plan out the future course. Hey, Tim, so glad to hear that, man. Yeah, same for me. So here's the thing. Here's how I know to pivot. I I'm like you. I'm a crazy brained entrepreneur, right? We're all kind of similar in this. I get it. We have lots of cool ideas, way more than we should probably ever try to accomplish in a lifetime. That's part of the blessing and the curse of being an entrepreneur, right? No worries. What I do is I start implementing the new idea. Not right now. I usually wait until the next quarter. I plan my life and my business quarterly, like literally every 90 days. I don't do annual plans every 90 days. I sit down with a few key team members. I sit down by myself and do this. And we sit down and we plan our next 90 days. What's been working, what's not working in the past 90 days, and what we think is going to work or change or shift better in the next 90 days. And we start pursuing that. I don't shift mid quarter because you know how we are. We can all get distracted and start working on all kind of cool things, and we don't get the work done. So we focus and we work in the middle of the quarter, at the end of the quarter. By the way, every quarter is 12 full weeks and a partial week. That 13th week is kind of the bridge week between quarters. That's when we do our planning. Do your planning then. Get a strategy for next quarter. So if you're planning, think through what are you going to do in Q2 of 2021. Okay, and then start implementing the prospecting and sales piece for that new thing in the next quarter. All right, Q2 of 2021 in this case. Start implementing the prospecting and selling there. All right. Don't build out the websites, the funnels, the landing pages, the YouTube channels, the new social media groups, whatever. Be careful. Prospect and sell. You can set up a quick Facebook group or jump on Clubhouse and talk about stuff or whatever you want to do and make it super simple. That's prospecting and lead gen, right? Do that first and close some deals in the next quarter. As soon as you start closing, my rule is 3 to 5 deals. Usually when I've got to three in a short time frame, meaning a couple of weeks of selling, then I know I've got something. All right. If I sell one next quarter and I'm just beating it down, like I'm just knocking on every door possible, and I still just can't sell more than one, I'm not sure I've got a viable idea yet. So I don't want to build out a whole bunch of new things and kind of be stuck there. That's a really big deal. All right. Super important to recognize that. Sell and prospect, prospect and sell. Then once you've got to three, you have a pattern. So think I'm here at the beach, right? Not a virtual background. We're getting out of Memphis. We live in Memphis, and it's snowy and nasty, and so we came down here to just chill out at the beach house. There's footprints in this. I was out running this morning in the rain. So great. I love running on the beach in the rain. Oh my gosh, so great. Footprints are there, right? But it's rain. The surf's come in overnight, and it's interesting to look at the footprints. If there's one footprint I see, like, oh, there's a clear cut, brand new footprint. I'm like looking around. I'm out there at 6 in the morning. Nobody's out there. It's foggy. It's kind of creepy. I see a footprint. I'm looking around. That tells me something's there, right? If I see two footprints, then I know, okay, I got a really good thing going here. Three footprints, I can tell direction, pattern. I know I've got not just somebody's footprint from last night, but I've still got a pattern going that I can track. I feel the same way about prospecting and selling. I want to get to at least three closed deals in a relatively short period of time so that I know I have a viable plan, product, service, whatever. Pivot, change, think, grow, understand your market, and get out there and crush it. All right. That is so absolutely important. But it's also super important to not jump completely off a cliff that you haven't tested yet. I think that's the moral of the story here. So, to answer this question just straight out, how do you know? How do I know if I should pivot now or later? If I see that my market is asking for something, needing something that I can help with, I am constantly looking for ways to shift, not just a whole product or service, but even just methods of attraction, way we're wording things, how we're doing an email sequence or whatever, right? We all have that stuff. I'm constantly looking for ways to change that. I look for the little patterns and then I implement big. Once I hit a pattern, 3 to 5 sales or 3 to 5 significant measurements of increase, if it's like an email sequence, if I think I'm going to pivot our messaging a little bit, a webinar, a landing page, whatever it is you've already got going, do a little A/B testing and pivot. Start working on that and look for the pattern, right? Once you see that pattern start to stick, then you can go all in. All right. So I make that pivot to answer this question straight out when I see a pattern of success. All right. And I always test my pattern of success with prospecting and selling. Always. I want to get paid for what I do. You should too. That means I need to prospect and sell and make sure that people not only want to say, over a virtual coffee chat, oh, that's a cool idea. But no, do real people want to get their credit cards out and pay for what I'm offering? That's important. That's really all that matters. Okay? Do they want to get out there and pay for this? Is it good enough? Is my idea good enough to get them to pay what I need to get paid to be happy with that fee? I hope that answers that question. I think it does. Sell, prospect, get paid. Once you get paid 3 times or so, 3 to 5 times, then you can build out big. The question always comes up, obviously, well, Chris, what if I'm getting 3 to 5 sales, but oh my gosh, I got to have like a new VA to support that, and I got to have a little more operations, and I got to have this stuff built. Awesome. Build it, but sell 3 in rapid succession and sell them and let them know, hey, we're going to be starting this in 2 weeks. We're going to be starting in a month. I can log you in as a client in 27 days, whatever. Pick something out there so you have time to sell a few and then find a person to help you outsource whatever you need to. Go ahead and make some outsourcing connections. Get a few things in place so if somebody needs to start right now, they can. But don't overbuild. Don't overthink. The worst part about our entrepreneurial journey for most of us, me included, is prospecting and selling, right? We love doing our craft. We don't like the potential rejection of prospecting and selling. I get that. So prospect and sell first because it's easy to get stuck in the trap of building and creating something cool, like an amazing new website or brand. But it's just going to be an amazing new website or brand. If no customers are coming there, then yeah, whatever. Hope that helps. Any other questions there? I don't think I see any other questions popping over here. I'm usually on my phone, so I'm kind of getting used to this whole Facebook Live studio on the desktop or screen here. I just never do it. But Tim, I see your question. Awesome. And if you have any other questions, as always, guys, drop them in here. I'll be back online on Monday. I think back in my home studio with the gray background. Maybe out in the snow on Monday. I don't know. We're trying to drive back this weekend, but it's still snowing up where we live, so see how that goes. I might have to stop at a hotel or something. Maybe you'll see me in a Holiday Inn. Who knows? Y'all have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Think about what you're doing. If it's a time to shift and change, and you know what your market wants, or you're like, oh my gosh, I think I see it, or I could do this, and I think they want this. Awesome, go for it. Fire away. It's a cool idea. Just prospect and sell it. Then you're going to get paid. Yay, cash in the bank. And you'll know it's a solid idea before you dive off that scary cliff of, well, now I'm going to go all in here and I'm going to shift my resources and potentially shift my income and shift my team members and everything from this old way of doing things to the new way of doing things. Prove it. Just simply take a few weeks and prove it, prospect it, sell it, make sure it's real. Hope that helps. All right, kids. Talk soon. You have a great Thursday. Crush it on Friday. Plan your next week. Go ahead and plan it. Put a little prospecting and selling for your new idea in there. See what happens. All right. Talk soon, kids. Bye.